Bum 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 bum. The Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. We're coming up to Valentine's Day, a day that traditionally is one of the best-selling days for all sorts of jewelry and precious metals. I like to make the case to the god of likes or the god of dislikes, whichever one you prefer, on why I'm deserving of a 1-ton gold Buddha. And here's why. I teach at a couple of community colleges, and I think I could do my best work if I weren't distracted by a couple of things. Number one, the distraction of needing that paycheck rate really pigeonholes. I got to pay attention to workplace politics and various shitty things that happen at work, right? So, for example, my students want to take an exam at a wonky time because they'd rather go travel, which is a nice thing. And I need that good student evaluation. I'm often bending over backwards. And that stifles things, right? There's only so much bandwidth that we can have. And I find myself cratering into that kind of stuff all the time. Ditto with politics from upper management, right? There's only so much bandwidth to go around. You cater to that politics. Soon enough, your actual creativity with your coursework goes away, right? I mean, not that I want it to, but that's just the reality of life, right? We only have so many gigabytes of RAM in our head, if you will, right? And a lot of it gets taken up by these little things, right? And not to mention that money pigeonholes how I can handle the rest of my life, right? Having to cook my own meals, having to tend to my own chores. If I didn't have to do that, I could devote much more of my energy to things that I'm really specialized in, like teaching computer science, teaching the calculus, right? That I'm teaching right now, right? And unfortunately, a lot of my energy has to be diverted to just keeping myself alive, keeping the lights on, because I don't have the money to outsource that, right? So already two different ways that my job could be significantly improved. Also, you guys know part of my resolution this year was to go out to meet my future spouse. I'd probably put that on hold if I had a ton of gold. I'll let you pause the video to think about why. For one thing, there's so many other things that I could enjoy now, right? In a sense, dating is almost like an inferior good, right? I'd much rather be traveling to places I want to travel, eating the stuff that I want to eat, all the rest, right? And also, the other reason that dating is such an inferior good is you got to remember why the goal of meeting the life partner in the first place. A lot of times during challenging times in life, it'd be nice to have a second set of hands, right? But guess what? If I had money, I would constantly have a second set of hands, cooking for me, cleaning for me, and also just the fact that I had less pressure at work is almost like having many extra sets of hands, right? And so all of a sudden, I could delete, I could cancel out my dating life, I could stop cooking every meal, at least not until I want to, right? And focus on my job and have more life, have more time to sleep at night, and all the other good stuff, right? And it would allow me to actually create some good stuff, right? And new art masterpieces. I could probably create much better course material. My students would be much more satisfied with my work at the community college. And I might just discover a new machine learning algorithm, a new cryptocurrency. And eventually, my dream one day is to discover a new chemical element. I owe one to Taiwan because I had such a good time in Taiwan. And Taiwan is where I returned to the dating scene this time around. So I owe Taiwan an element named after it, right? This is the Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Like Show. Bum 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 bum.